Welcome to our deep dive into the countries significantly boosting their military budgets. You know, usually when someone says they're deep diving into something, it's like a pool or maybe a complex scientific study. But no, we're talking military budgets here, people, because who needs a relaxing swim when you can have spreadsheets and geopolitical analysis? Let's be real, folks. Defense spending, it's the ultimate game of keeping up with the Joneses. Except instead of fancy cars, it's, well, tanks, fighter jets, and maybe a few top-secret spy gadgets. And trust me, nobody wants to be the one showing up to this party with last year's model. So buckle up as we explore who's ramping up their defense spending and, more importantly, why. First up, we're heading to Northern Europe, to a country that's about as big as a postage stamp. Well, a postage stamp with a surprisingly large arsenal. That's right, we're talking about Estonia. Now you might be thinking, Estonia? Isn't that where they have, like, really good internet and free public transport? And you wouldn't be wrong. But apparently they also believe in being prepared for, let's say, unexpected guests. These guys aren't messing around. They're aiming to pump a whopping 4% of their GDP into their military by 2026. That's like a family of four spending their entire grocery budget on one tactical helmet, a very high-tech tactical helmet. And they're dropping some serious cash on some very serious hardware, like the HIMARS rocket systems. You know, the ones that have been making headlines in, well, other parts of the world. Next up, we're talking about Germany. Now, Germany has always been known for its efficiency, its cars, its beer, but its military? Not so much. They've been keeping a relatively low profile on the defense front for, well, reasons. But times, they are a-changing. Germany's waking up from its military nap and it's brought its wallet. We're talking a potential investment of $1 trillion in defense over the next decade. That's trillion with a T, folks. It seems like Germany's decided that being the sensible one only gets you so far in a world where everyone else is playing risk with real tanks. And hey, who can blame them? Better late than never, right? Chapter 3, Japan, trading pacifism for, well, not quite hawks, but maybe like really determined doves. Now let's hop over to Asia, where Japan is making some serious moves. For decades, Japan has been known for its pacifist constitution, its focus on economic power, and its, let's be honest, adorable mascots. But recently, things have been shifting in the land of the rising sun. Japan's been steadily increasing its defense budget, and they're not being shy about it. They're investing in some seriously high-tech toys like F-35 fighter jets, long-range precision weapons. Basically, the kind of stuff that makes you sit up straight and pay attention. It seems like Japan's decided that sometimes you need a bigger stick, or at least a more technologically advanced one, to ensure peace. And who knows, maybe they can even make those weapons cute and cuddly. I mean, they've managed to make everything else adorable, so why not? Chapter 4, Turkey, building a steel dome. Next, we're heading to Turkey, a country that's no stranger to, shall we say, complex geopolitical situations. And they've decided to take matters into their own hands, both literally and figuratively. Turkey's been pouring money into its defense industry, with a focus on becoming less reliant on foreign arms. They're developing their own multi-layered defense system, which they've creatively named the Steel Dome. Catchy, right? But it's not just about defense for Turkey. They're also investing in advanced technologies, drones, you name it. It seems like Turkey's decided that in a region as unpredictable as theirs, it's best to be prepared for anything. Chapter 5, Norway Vikings with a budget. Finally, let's head up north to Norway, the land of fjords, Vikings, and, apparently, a rapidly growing defense budget. Now, Norway has always been a bit low-key when it comes to military matters. But lately, they've been making some noise, the kind that comes with a historic increase in defense spending. It seems like Norway's decided that even with all those stunning views and cozy sweaters, it's important to be able to defend what you love. And hey, if you're going to have a military, might as well do it Viking style, right? Outro: the price of peace, and sometimes just plain old paranoia. That's a wrap on our look at the countries ramping up their military budgets. From the Baltics to East Asia, it seems like everyone's gearing up for, well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is it just a matter of countries wanting to protect themselves in an increasingly uncertain world? Or is there something more going on here? Are we witnessing the early stages of a new arms race fueled by fear, mistrust, and maybe a little bit of good old-fashioned paranoia? Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure: the global defense industry is booming. And while some might see that as a sign of strength, others might see it as a worrying sign of the times. Stay tuned for more updates on global defense trends.